Hello, goddesses. Hello, and welcome to the Holistic Guidance Part 2, going beyond the symptoms, going past the surface. And I know, I had said that we would do one theme a month, which is true. I'm staying true to that because I feel that just one a week is like too fast and we don't have enough time to go deep and to really work what needs to be worked. So we're still keeping the theme once a month, but I wanted to come back in because this seems to be a hot topic for a lot of you. So if you're just jumping on for the first time, welcome. My name is Isabelle. I am your host here, and I am a certified naturopath and a holistic life coach and a master practitioner of NLP and timeline therapy. And I also am a practitioner of the Akashic records. And what I do is I work with women who are in midlife. So that means perimenopause, mid-menopause, and post-menopause, so they can bring in blissful health in their life and in their body and really get a soul connection. And I love to work with these women because we want them to feel calm and empowered and feel healthy and strong and confident and abundant. And just because we are in midlife does not mean that we don't want all the yummy stuff and to reach those big audacious goals, and we need our bodies to support us. So that is one of the reasons that I really wanted to go deeper into this specific topic, going past the symptoms, going beyond the surface, whatever is there. So if you're jumping on live, say hello so I can welcome you in and hold space for you. And if you're catching the replay, you can just jot down that you're catching the replay. And as you know, this group is all about empowering you, giving you tools, giving you leverage, giving you inspiration to feel great in your body, to move forward, and to really tap into solutions that will make you feel great right here, right now, and towards your goals. So we're just giving everyone 1 minute to jump in, and I am just checking here just to make sure that everybody can see me. Let me just see if my comments will appear. Yeah, that seems to be working perfect there and here. All right, so I have a question for you. Okay, what I want to know is, by the way, if you're looking for the past replays that we've done on holistic guidance, I always put them in announcements and I leave them there for about a month. And then if you're on my my email list, you get a link so you can watch them whenever you want. And I also direct you to my YouTube channel where I host them. They're there. They're free. And they're because I love you and I want you to feel good and strong and happy and vibrant. So important. All right, so I want you to take a moment and I want you to jot down in the comments, what have you been succeeding in the past 2 weeks, right? We've started 2 weeks ago. What have you been succeeding going past the symptoms in? What have you noticed? What have you connected with? What have you discovered? What are your aha moments? I'd like to know what the subject is and what you've discovered. So go ahead and write that in the comments. And I really want to know, so it gives me an idea of where there may be blocks or limiting beliefs or struggles or issues, and what you have been able to go past, right? And what's really important to you. Now, if you're not getting any results, attempting to go beyond the symptoms, to go further in, to go like past the surface, or maybe it's just that the information is coming and repeating itself, so a cycle, right? But you're not connecting to that information, you're not tuning in, you don't really understand what is going on. So I would encourage you to write it in the comments, and we'll see right here, right now, if I can give you some insight. And like you know, I always open up the Akashic records. So I'm channeling information as well from the Akash, as well as from source and my brain, my studies in natural medicine, in naturopathy. And so I can support you and give you information on that, okay? So while I'm waiting for any of your comments, and even if you're on replay, feel free to jot those in the comments. All right, so when I work one-on-one with women, we work with the 4 pillars of health. Now, there are a lot of subcategories, but there are 4 pillars, right? You have physical, emotional, mindset, and spiritual. Now, all these work together. And I talk about this right now because normally when you're feeling a symptom, right, in one particular area or pillar, it is not the cause. It can't be the cause and the symptom, right? The symptom is the symptom, and there's a cause that kind of activated that symptom, right? Does that make sense to you? Let me know if that makes sense to you. What we want is, yes, to calm the symptom, right? We want to put out the fire. And we want to go past, beyond the symptom to the root cause. Because if we don't get to the root cause, we don't understand the root cause, we don't fix the root cause, the symptoms will keep appearing. Even if you kind of put a band-aid on that symptom, if you don't go to the root cause, it's just going to travel and come out some other place, some other way. So for example, if you are having, let's see, asthma, okay? Let's say you're having asthma. Asthma is not a cause. It is a symptom of something deeper. There is the physical aspect. Yes, there's a spiritual aspect. And there's also the deeper psychosomatic side that we put all together, right, to find the root cause. Now, let's say you put a band-aid on that and you kind of fix the asthma, the symptom, but you don't fix the root cause. Maybe a few days, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few years later, if this particular cause has not been addressed, it's going to travel and come out some other way. Maybe it'll come out through skin problems. Maybe it'll come out through autoimmune. Maybe it'll come out, and if it's bigger the cause, the root cause, and the more it needs your attention, the bigger the symptoms. So your body kind of goes, psst, right? And just tugs at you like that. I need you to pay attention to this and heal this. And it'll do it again and again and again and again. And if you still kind of, do that, you're not paying attention, it'll get your attention by being bigger and bigger and more profound, right? Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense? Let me just check if I have any comments or questions. Okay. All right. So, I forgot where I was. Okay. So it's so important, right, to really, I know where I'm going with this. So when symptoms manifest, we want to rejoice, because that means that we had not understood the language of the root cause, and our body is giving us a signal. This is what you didn't understand. Can you take care of this, please? And if we're able to pull in the symptom with love and kindness and gentleness for ourselves, then what that does is your entire being, okay, beyond the surface, rejoices as well and says, oh, healing is here. And healing happens one layer at a time. And what happens when you are in the menopausal journey is that the veil is thin. So that means what went on previously, the decisions that were taken or not taken, or the trauma that was there and not healed, or whatever it was, either the years before or the lives before, when menopause happens, the veil thins. And what needs attention and love and forgiveness and healing comes to the surface. And it feels like, oh my God, there are so many things happening. And it happens in perimenopause. And it happens when you're in mid-menopause. And it happens after menopause. So yes, we want to support the body. It is so important. We also want to make sure that your mindset and your spiritual connection is strong, because we want those messages to be able to reach you that are bubbling up from source, right? All right. So, and we see evidence of this all the time. For example, and I'm sure you've seen it too. For example, someone will get like shocking news, like a huge shock in their life, and then after the shock has happened, they get sick, right? Or someone needs to make decisions and they don't know in which direction to get, and they get the sniffles, right? They're like, it's like kind of running, and it's not really a cold, it's just like a sorta, it's a semi-cold. Or someone is living a lot of trauma, emotional trauma, and it's impossible to put off the weight. Even maybe the weight is going on and on and on and on, like being put on, because they need some extra sweetness and tenderness in their life, and they definitely need protection. So these are clear examples that symptoms are here, but the cause is somewhere else. So we need to be mindful. We need to open up and look beyond the surface, beyond the symptoms. And I'm just looking if they're, okay, no. And look beyond the symptoms and see where this is all happening. All right, so I wanted to share, hold on, I wanted to share a couple things with you. All right, so I want to share this little graphic right here with you. All right, so I know you can't see it, and this is mine. I just like whipped it out, and I wanted to share it with you. Okay, so in traditional Chinese medicine, you have 5 elements, right? You can see the colors. This one's white and black and blue. And these are the 5 elements. And the symptoms we put in the elements, whatever they may be. And then, I don't know if you can see this, right? We have arrows that travel this way, and we have arrows that go this way and that way and that way and that way. So this means that, can you see that? There's a glare on it. All right, let me hold it this way so I won't be able to read it, but that's okay. No, this doesn't work either. Like this. I'll just move back a bit. So if you have a symptom, let's say up here, okay? Now, if the symptom is in the fire element, that means that the cause is coming from the water element. It is coming from up here, and it's influencing the fire element. And it's the same thing when we have the 4 pillars. So right here, we have physical health. Can you see that? All right. Give me some thumbs ups and some hearts if you can actually see that. Okay, hopefully, let me try pink instead. See if you can see that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so this is your physical health. This is emotional strength, right? Down here, we have a powerful mindset. And here we have spiritual connection. Now, to feel healthy, you need all 4 of these pillars. Now, if one of them is off, to feel healthy and have well-being, you need these 4 pillars to be strong. If one of these pillars are off, or there's something happening there, it will affect the other ones, right? Right here, we saw that there is, hold on, that's not working for me either. We saw that there are arrows traveling this way as well. So when the fire element is receiving some symptoms, it will also affect the earth element, and of course the cause is there, so it's also being affected there. So all this is just to mean that when we want to heal something small or big, physical or emotional, right? It doesn't always have to be huge. It doesn't always have to be traumatic. But let's say you have a couple pounds and you want to take them off. You want to find really where the cause is for you specifically in this specific time of your life, so you can heal it, right? Unless you're eating really crappy food and you're like a couch potato and you're doing no exercise at all and you're sleeping like 2 hours a night and you're not drinking any water, like extreme, then yeah, the cause is bad life choices. But I'm talking about going beyond the symptoms, beyond the surface, going a little bit deeper than that. All right, so let's recap all this stuff. How am I doing on time? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. All right, do you have any questions? Jot them down. If you have any questions, let me just check. Again, if there are questions here, it's not always easy. I'm not always getting them on my phone. I'm not sure why. Let's see. All right. Perfect. And all right, so let's recap this then. And even if you're taking the replay, let me know that it's replay. Let me know what you've discovered and what you want to go deeper on. Okay, so what we want to do, the first thing we want to do to go beyond the symptoms and past the surface to get to the root cause is we want to take note where you're having issues. Is it in physical? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual? Is it mindset? And it might not be perfect, but you can just jot it down, right? And you want to also become aware of why the symptoms are there. You don't want to dive deep into why, because whys of symptoms, whys of negative don't help, but they give us some direction, right? And then the most important part of all is you want to allow space for healing. If you're always focused on the symptom, on the pain, if you're talking about it, thinking about it, researching it, and always on the symptom, then you're always on the problem, never on the solution, right? So this part is crucial. To go beyond the symptoms, to go past the surface, you have to open up and allow healing, allow the flow, allow the messages to come through. All right. So I would like you to share in the comments 2 or 3 main places where you still need to grow, where you still need to level up, or where you still need to go past the symptoms or the surface around what we just recapped, okay? So what are a couple of places that you feel you still need to open up and go past the surface. Just jot them down in the comments, and I'll see if I can support you right here, right now. If it's on the replay, I'll circle back. I know that for a lot of you, what has been coming through, because you bunch all the menopausal symptoms together and they're not bunched in together. The cause can be like this, giving off several symptoms, right? But they're still not bunched all together. They, like I was showing you before in the elements, right? In the traditional Chinese 5 elements, the cause may be different places. So I was also giving you examples before of weight, right? So if someone has weight, is it due to their thyroid? And regarding their thyroid, what has happened to make that gland go glitchy? So we need to go deeper. Maybe the weight is because of poor self-image. So that would be emotional, right? And what happens? So then we would want to allow room for healing and allowing the trauma just to come up and out, right? So I want you to jot down 2 or 3 places where you feel you still need to go past the surface, past the symptoms, to bring in some healing. Okay, so while we're waiting for everyone to do that, even if you're catching the replay, if this kind of work where we bring in physical knowledge, right, with traditional Chinese medicine, and we bring in the spiritual side to bring some healing, emotional healing, and deep connection to source. If you're feeling that this is something that you feel attracted to, and you need clarity around all of this, and you would like to know how I can support you, then I would invite you to book a Goddess Clarity session. They're free, and we can look all of this over. And in these Goddess Alignment sessions, and I know a lot of you have told me my agenda is so full, right? I'll put the link above the video, but you can still look. And if you can't find a spot that is convenient, send me a note and I'll see if I can go around that, because sometimes I have like 45 minutes between a call, so I don't put it available on my calendar, but I'd have availability to talk to someone for half an hour. So just reach out to me if you want to find a spot. And in these Goddess Alignment sessions, like my deepest intention for you during this is really to expand your mindset so you can get clarity around what's standing in your way or blocking you. And I want you to embrace how your body reacts and feels during midlife and menopause, and allow yourself to open up. I also want you to feel the warrior goddess that is ready to emerge inside of you, so it can lead you into powerful decisions and allow you to heal easily and deeply. And of course, with these Goddess Alignment sessions, my intention for you is for you to feel a deep connection with Source and know that you are well surrounded. So we don't just chat to chat in these Goddess Alignment sessions. We really kind of, it's a quick flow of everything. And if you're feeling that this could be something great for you and you're interested on how I could better support you, then just book them. Like I said, just book one, not 2. I didn't mean to say them, just 1. We'll chat, we'll cover these areas, and you'll get some clarity out of it. So, Yeah, so this will be like next week. And I say this very openly. I'm not sure that next week I'm going to do another live on this theme, but I will come in because I really love doing the intuitive readings and the check-ins, and of course these holistic guidance to give you some tools to, you know, do some of the work yourself, and to know that if you want to go more deeply into it, that I'm here for you. So on this note, I am going to wish you a fantastic end of week. I'm sending you much love and much light. And feel free to reach out to me. I'll put the link for my calendar on top. And maybe I'll put the link to my my services so you can look what is already there for you if you want to go a little bit deeper. And just know that this is your time to open up, to heal, to go beyond the symptoms, beyond the surface, and feel amazing. Bring in blissful health and soul connection as a midlife woman. All right. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.